Hi, I'm Sally, here to talk about this Senchi fleece and this Mountain Hardwear Airmesh fleece. So these are similar products. I'll just talk about the Senchi first and then the Airmesh. So if you keep track of trends in the thru hiking community, you will know that a Senchi is sort of a cult favorite made by a cottage company in the US. You have to order them directly online. I bought this for about 85 bucks a couple years ago, American, but they're now $150 American. They're warm, and this is so lightweight. It's really quite amazing, but it is not attractive, and it has ruined some of my selfies. That might be partly the size and the color, fair enough, that was my bad, but also just the material is quite unattractive. It's a very strange material, sort of fluffy and sort of transparent. Because it sort of looks like little balls of fluff on a loose weave. Very strange, but if you're looking for something that is the lightest and the warmest that's a fleece, then this is probably still it. It's very delicate, so you can't really wear this in a brush. It will get destroyed immediately, it will get snagged on things, and I've seen some people who have owned one of these for a long time and their Senchi just looks like a total rag. So it's not going to last forever. That's okay. I always wear it under a rain jacket or another layer to protect it, unless I'm walking somewhere where there's nothing that can possibly snag on it. So if you're hiking somewhere like in the Highlands or in Scandinavia where there's not a lot of trees, then this is fine to wear. But if you're going to be walking in the trees, I would not recommend wearing this unless you cover it up with another layer. So I've worn this in Scotland and in Iceland and some other places, and it's been great, other than the fact that I really don't like the photos where I'm wearing this. Now, this is quite similar. So this is the Mountain Hardwear Airmesh hoodie. On this one, I opted to get a hoodie because I always sleep in these things, and so I realized that having a hoodie is really nice to sleep in because then your face is against something soft instead of something like your sleeping bag or your down jacket. So one reason I just prefer this one is actually just that it has a hood, but you can buy a Senchi with a hood as well. So this Airmesh hoodie currently retails in Canada for about $130 Canadian, so it is cheaper. And you can get it on sale, deeply discounted. I see right now you can buy it online for $45 Canadian. And I have to say, this is a much more attractive article of clothing. It's still a bit weird looking, but it's a totally different material where the outside of it is smooth, whereas this one is like fluffy like a teddy bear on the outside. But inside the material looks more similar. Again, a kind of loose weave with a fluffiness to it. Very different. I think this one would be a lot more hardy because it's, it could still snag for sure, but I think it would be less likely to because the weave on the outside is smooth and a bit tighter than this one. So looking for something a little longer lasting and hardy, I think this would be it. However, I don't think that the weight to warmth ratio on this one is as good as this one. So if you're looking for the most high performance for weight to warmth, then I believe this is your go-to. I have worn this on several trips, and again, I thought it was great. It gave me an extra layer of cozy warmth, and I liked having this around my face. And it's also nice to have this thing that goes around your mouth, so when you're sleeping, you can keep your nose warm without getting condensation in your sleeping bag. And the Senchi hoodies have a sort of similar design where there's a bit of a collar on it that you could put over your face when you're sleeping. So there you go, two really similar products. Neither of them is going to last forever. I would say get one with a hood so that you can sleep in it and be all cozy. And don't get an orange Senchi because it's just really ugly. Other than that, they're pretty similar. This one's obviously way better value if you get it on sale compared to this. It's about a quarter of the price after delivery and taxes. I think it will last longer, but I have no regrets getting this Senchi back when it was $85 American because the warmth to weight is really impressive. So especially if I'm just carrying it mostly and I'm not expecting it to be really cold, but I need to have an extra layer, this is a good option. Whereas if I'm going to be wearing it a lot of the time, then I would definitely say this one. That's really all I have to say. I will see you on the trails.